networks. Now, if you think about it, telecom networks it's probably the most complex systems that the humans have developed. Deploy a fiber optic network and a 5G and get it to work anywhere is so complicated. But once that's done, they're not very flexible, very difficult to change the network. It takes years before that happens. But what happens if we can make these networks to become programmable? Imagine we can adapt the speed, the quality of the network to the customer needs at any single moment. Well, that's precisely what we're working on with programmable networks. So I'm going to show you a number of examples of what this technology is good for. And I would like to start with a project we call Wayra. Wayra is the following. What we do is we have sensors in all our networks, and we get millions of data on how they're performing on a real-time basis. Now, all that information goes into an algorithm of artificial intelligence and lets us know if the network is performing normally, or if there's any problems or issues, anything that might lead to big failure in one of today. So the algorithm detects these anomalies, and it's at that moment that we can step in and act upon it to make sure this doesn't happen. If we have a programmable network, then this whole action can be done automatically without humans stepping in. So imagine this like a huge beast that starts feeling a little bit ill and then just cures itself. And this is one of the biggest examples, a very good example of what a programmable network is good for. There are many more. I think my favorite one is the one we're going to talk to you next. It's called Click and Filma. Click and Filma is Lucia Castello who's going to talk to us about it. I think she's somewhere around here. Lucia, are you here?
Hi, David. How are you? I know that you and the other innovators that are with us today in this event, you're probably all waiting for a presentation of the project. But no, I could not resist doing this, and it's a magic trick.
But where are you? Is that like a production room?
No, actually, I'm in a video production mobile unit. Yeah, these are those lorries, those vans, those outside broadcast vans that you tend to see if there's a football match going on, and the TV stations use them when they have to cover outside events or football matches, as I was saying.
So is that where the producer sits in those seats?
Well, I'm on my own here. This is very empty, isn't it, today? But yeah, you're right. That you'd usually have your producer sitting there. You'd have camera operators who'd be out there outside the van, and you can see all of the screens. Behind me, you can see the audio or the video mixers. We've got servers. We've got the intercom to communicate with the camera operators out there. It's a whole world of hardware and other things. And outside of the van, we've got the connectivity to broadcast everything that is being recorded here inside. But anyway, apart from that, what about the trick? Are you ready for the magic trick?
Yes, of course.
Great. So repeat after me the magic words. Edge computing and programmable networks.
Edge computing, programmable networks.
Hey presto. As you can see, I'm now inside a mobile unit of the future. It's exactly the same one as you saw before, but we're now in the future. And behind me, what you can see just behind me is a prototype. We've done this in innovation to actually perform exactly the same function as the whole new unit I was in before.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that small device there can do exactly the same thing we saw earlier?
That's absolutely right. In fact, we've already broadcast from here, a play actually in a theatre. And on top of that, it's not just that device, but all of the hardware you saw before in that mobile unit has been virtualized. It's all in virtual form now. And the Click and Filma project, what we wanted to do, the whole vision of the project, is all about virtualization and simplification of the lives of all of those people who tend to have to travel to cover outside broadcast events. We saw that before when we heard about the Digital Studio project with Andrea Bonafuente, how some of this has already helped out by simplifying things for people in the studio. But together with our Telefonica marketing and Telefonica broadcasting services teams, we thought, what else can we do to simplify all of this?
So, as a producer, you could program all your networks, or what could you do?
Yes, you see, what we found was that the solution lay in innovating in connectivity. So how do we do it? Well, what we did was combine the simplification or the virtualization of all the hardware with edge computing to keep the high-end features there. What does that mean? It means that the calculation that you'd probably see before in the hardware in the mobile unit, we're taking it now to the edge of Telefónica's network, and that allows the operators to use it as if the operator was physically there. But you can do it from anywhere in Spain. And that's not all, but also innovating how to ensure that we have the high-quality connectivity for broadcasters and they can manage all of those high professional cameras when they need to.
So if I'm a producer, what do I have to do?
Well, our vision is if you have to go outside of the studio and cover an outside event, you just have to go into Telefónica's portal, you look at the characteristics of the event that you need, and that connectivity is going to be there ready for you just to plug in the cameras that you've got. You have to use, of course, the fiber outlet, the nearest one you've got to the event. So if you were a producer, I would say, OK, go into the portal, click, and film.
Very straightforward, Lucia. Thanks so much. Imagine what we're talking about here. In order to set up a complex event, such a television broadcasting, you just go to a website, you give it some parameters, and that's it. And it programs connectivity. The network adapts in a very pliable way to the specific requirements that you might have as a producer of a television program. So, yeah, Lucia, it was very good. Okay, let's move on to another example of what a programmable network can be and how you can use it as a consumer, each and every one of us. And to do that, we're going to talk about gaming. As you know, gaming is a huge field. I'm sure a lot of you actually are gamers. And I want to tell you how we're going to use these networks to improve your gaming experience. But first, we have to let you know that gaming is undergoing a huge revolution. To date, to play the best games with the best graphics and top speed, we need to have specific consoles at home. And the consoles are still very important, or a very high quality PC. But what's happening in the next few years, these years, is that we don't need so much hardware, because now we got cloud gaming. What does this mean? Well, it means that the game is executed right at the edge of the cloud, and what we get is a video stream, and that's what you interact with. So you can use an old phone or a PC. You don't have a top hardware, because the network is going to make sure that everything works beautifully. So, and that's the key. How do we make that happen? Make sure that the network does that. Now, to do that, Cesar Hernandez is joining us today. He's going to explain with us, along with his team, what we're doing with Programmable Network for gaming. Cesar?
David.
Hi, David. Thank you very much. Hi to everyone there. We're delighted to be here today to speak to you. Well, as you know, Telefónica has always had excellent connectivity in its very DNA. And if you focus on Telefónica's homes, on our customers' homes, well, up to now, that cutting-edge feature is something that we've put into our latest generation maximum capacity, maximum capillarity fiber. We're doing it also through the latest generation routers. We are very simple management tools like smart Wi-Fi, and we're also using Descos to get that optimal video experience. So all of that's great and is very much appreciated, because we always make sure that this works. But we can't just stop there, can we? Because our customers today in their homes are already using so many more devices than before, and more those devices are using more and more demanding services. Just think about video conferencing and streaming or video services, which is really what we're all doing today, isn't it? And this is what we want to talk about today, gaming and cloud gaming in particular. So, well, what we wanted to show you today, and this is going to be very simple. It's all about new functionalities that we'll be releasing over smart Wi-Fi soon for gamers, and they can be activated with one click. And that's it, really. So we're going to get in touch straight away with some beta gamers who are out there. We'll discover the functionality with them. I believe Alvaro Campo is out there. He's one of our favorite beta gamers. You've got a little problem out there, have you? Let's see if we can help you.
Hi, Alvaro. Hi, Cesar. Well, I'm trying to play online with my friend Rafa, but it's impossible. I can't play online. I can't even talk to him through the console. I'll show you what I have on the screen here. If I look at my console, it says that my type of net is moderate, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's really typical. So don't worry, no problem. It's one of the functionalities that we've tried to sort out just for all of you. Have you got the smart Wi-Fi application in there? Can you open it up? And I'll show you very quickly what we'll have to do.
Okay, here it is.
That's perfect. Well, this is the device screen. Find the device that you're playing on rather. It's your console, isn't it? Yeah. Well, there it is. You can see a new section, which is all for gamers. You can see it.
Yes.
Well, that's a section where you'll be able to actually open up the service you're trying to use.
Ah, got it. Yes, here you go.
Los activo.
So activate them.
Perfect. And now, you try again. You should be able to see that everything is being magically configured.
En tu consola.
Okay, let me see. Okay, connection, checking connection.
Please let it work. Yes, please.
¿Vale? El tipo de
Great, open, very easy, great. Okay, so let me see if I can play with Rafa. By the way, he was saying that lately he has a lot of problems back home. Actually, his parents' home. So maybe you can solve the problem.
Okay, well, we'll call him right now. Let's see what's up with him.
Stick around here playing.
That's fine, Alvaro. Hi, Rafa, how are you? Tell us what's wrong.
It's hard. Well, here I am. My parents, I came to spend a few days, and I'm trying to play with xCloud and my mobile. I don't have a console here to play with Alvaro, but a lot of problems. I'll show you, see if you can give me a hand.
Okay.
You see, it's not working. I can't play this way.
Look at your health. It's about 0%, so that doesn't look too good, does it? I think if you can activate the gaming mode, which is another functionality that we've developed. Have you got smart Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. Here it is. Okay, devices.
Well, find your mobile. So you're trying to play from your mobile, aren't you? So you've got mode of gaming there.
Okay. Let me click on that.
You see the services there. You should see what to do. This is it. Yes, it says.
The experience is irregular. Oh, look, it says mode of gaming. I'm going to click on that. So activate. Is that right?
Eso es.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. It says activate. I guess I have to test it again.
Yeah, of course. Try to see what works best. Oh, there you go. Alvaro, look at that indicator, the health indicator. I don't know how what the game's like, but look at the indicator. It's 100% now.
Va muchísimo mejor.
Oh, it's much better than before. Let me fire here.
Por fin
Well, off you go. Enjoy the game with your gun there, and then play with Alvaro as well. So before going back to you, David, let me show a little video that we prepared. It's to show you how we've imagined this service as we move into the future, how it evolves, and how you can see it in the final services of the gamers themselves. So that's all from us. Have a look at the video, and then back to you, David. Thank you.
Bueno, pues
Okay, you've seen how a programmable network can help gamers. I'm sure a lot of gamers are familiar with these problems. So the ports you opened, that Alvaro did from the Smart Wi-Fi application, the Telefonica product, and we've seen how sometimes we don't have adequate priority for gaming in the house. You can also do that from Smart Wi-Fi. And in the last video, we saw the future, how the application of the game itself, we can control the network. So, of course, if you say third party, you can also do it Movistar Blues. In fact, from any application where it makes sense for gamers to access